I could go into the studio and close the door and I could just make as much noise as I could.
15 minutes into playing the bass, I knew that I was going to do that for the rest of my life.
I guess I just took the plunge. I wanted to be in music, so I just leased a warehouse. I worked 3 jobs while I was building this for 2 years.
I can honestly say that I have not thought about doing anything else. When I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be a pilot, and that was about as far as I got.
It's weird, it's the same things that freak you out and scare you about doing music for a living are the exact same things that are entirely cuddly, warm, and comforting.
Make it exciting, yeah.
When I began playing guitar, I thought, this is awesome, I love it. And I admired, at that point, yeah, anyone who could do it and make a living, although I guess back then I wasn't really concerned about the making a living part in the financial sense. It was just like, I don't want to do anything else besides this, I love it.
I feel like I've always done things in a slightly sort of random and weird and wonderful way. I think a lot of bands from this part of the world, New Zealand and Australia, often look to go to the States or to the UK to record. And as far as I know, I think I'm one of the only Northern Hemisphere based artists that comes to the Southern Hemisphere to record their albums. What I really love with this album, and I'd say throughout sort of the Passenger project, is that we've got such a broad range of people working on it. Just in this record alone, there's Benny and Pete and Chris, and they're all Australians. Then there's Solo and Rob from the States, and then the Once from Canada. I'm obviously from England. And I don't know, I've ended up in this studio in New Zealand making a record together, and I think there's something really special about that.
I think this record is the culmination of our last 3. We've sort of been learning and improving every time we make a record. Every time I think we get together and do something, we're a little better. So it's an incremental improvement every time.
Working with Mike has been great because he's been very open to ideas and suggestions and listening to everybody's input. So, in fact, I feel like this is the most I've actually included my opinion on most albums I've recorded with people.
Mike has allowed us to be ourselves musically as well, which I think was a beautiful part of the pre-production. We could come in without a lot of fuss, not a lot of talking about it, just play it, feel it, get a vibe all together, and it seemed to happen really quickly.
We're all like in the same room together and we're living in the same house together, and so we're just developing this kind of rich chemistry, which is, it feels really amazing actually.
I think the boys have really enjoyed that sense of freedom as well, and as a result, I think we've made a really good record. I think you can hear there's a real joy coming through the music, and you can't fake that.
I mean, music's a funny thing. You put it out there and you hope that it resonates with people, but at the end of the day, you don't know because it's art. It might be a creative and commercial success and smash it, or it might be, something that people turn around and think, it's not so good, and you just never know. But I think that we've put in so much thought and effort into turning the songs into something that, we think will really resonate with people.
When it's finished, the energy that is apparent in Mike's delivery, we've had the luxury of being able to sit next to Mike while he shows us parts and demos the songs. I really hope that can translate to people so they can feel some of his energy and his intention behind the songs. And I think, I'm certain that will happen. We're feeling it, everyone's feeling it so far, and I really hope that comes across because it's very strong and very special.
I think gauging success is a really weird thing to try and do, especially with an album. I guess a lot of people would think however many it sells, but for me it's more about, are people going to be listening to it in 5, 10, 20 years time? You know, people playing it to their kids or to their parents or to their mates at a dinner party. You know, that's what I want this record to do. I want it to resonate with people. I want people to understand it and feel something when they listen to the songs.